everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth podcast. This week brought to you by Honey and Native Deodorant. I'm Gus.
I'm Gavin.
I'm Barbara.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm still Gus.
How did the chat know you were on before we were...
Someone asked right before we went on. Someone said, I hope Jeff is on this week. And I wrote, you're in luck.
Okay, because they were going, Jeff, before
Gus
the
shares
show
his
even
calendar.
started.
One of the many benefits of being a first member. You get to know when Jeff's on the podcast 30 seconds before it goes live.
You get to talk to the Gus in chat.
Put that on the sign-up screen.
Would you ever make your calendar public?
I don't even put my calendar available to everyone in the company. Like, it just shows whether I'm busy or not. It doesn't show what it actually is.
It's just a bunch of blackouts?
It's just like blocked, yeah.
Oh, so you could be not working, but everyone thinks you are working.
Right, it's like set like all these meetings throughout the day. It's like, take a dump, hour and a half. Coffee, 2 hours.
The amount of times that I text Gus at like 2 in the afternoon or 11 in the morning, and I go,
are you here?
Hey, are you here at AFS? I need to ask you a question. And he'll go, not currently, but I can be.
I'm always in the orbit,
Yeah.
in the air.
You're always available if we need you.
If I found out that Gus had a second job like a mile away
That'd be crazy.
for years,
Do you remember the
I
story?
wouldn't be surprised.
Do you remember the story about the guy who outsourced his own job? Like, he got hired at a company to do like software development. Then he hired someone in China, I want to say, to do his job.
What, remotely?
Yeah, remotely, and turned in his work for him.
And just paid him less than what he made.
Right, he just paid him like a cut of his salary.
That's ingenuity right there.
I mean, was there anything in his contract that prevented someone else?
If I remember, I think he did get fired for it.
Fired. You should have promoted the guy.
Genius.
I mean, technically, they should have just fired the Chinese guy, and he could have kept working.
They could have fired the guy they hired and then hired the Chinese guy for like a fifth of the cost.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I think he was sending like 20% of his paycheck, which is crazy. It's ridiculous.
God.
That's smart, there.
Yeah.
I'd rather just do the work and get the extra 20%.
Oh, really?
But then you'd have another second job.
Then you'll get a second job during your normal job.
I'm just going to outsource the second job anyway.
But that's how you keep going.
Before long, I'm Kenny at the staffing place that we used to hire at Telenor.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Can you pyramid scheme jobs?
Yeah,
right?
I've got an idea now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? You just keep.
They're probably happening somewhere.
Well, I feel like we're onto something though. I feel
Bunch
like
of people
I've
just
never
pay
heard
the
of
next
this.
person to do the job that the person before wanted them
There was
to
a
do.
story about that a couple of weeks ago. I think again it was in China. Someone hired a hitman to kill another person, and the hitman subcontracted the job out to another hitman, who subcontracted that job out to another one, and it went 6 times before like the last guy was getting so little money for the job he just went to the police.
Or the last guy. Or does it go far enough where the guy gets hired to kill himself?
Where is it? Yeah, here it is. I found it. I actually had written this down. No, I want to go to the fucking site.
Can you imagine being the target of a 6-chain assassination?
Like everyone's too lazy to do it. Okay, the job was passed on 4 times. So I guess
Okay.
there's 4 people and maybe the original person who hired the job.
Maybe there was like a time conflict with one of them.
6 people have been sentenced to prison time in China's southern region. They wanted to pay, initially they were going to pay the first hitman $282,000 to kill the other person.
So do all the hitmen go to jail?
Yes. Because they were all trying to contract the job out.
That's true.
So the first guy
Yeah.
took the $282,000 and then gave half of it to another guy telling him to do the job.
Is there like a website for this? Where you can just put up your contract?
Probably in the dark web.
Craigslist.
People bidding it?
Hitman.com.
Yeah, so then, they had to make a chart because it was like so confusing and so many people.
You just showed me your screen and it was black.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have your privacy?
I do have a privacy
Are you on a
filter on.
plane right now? What's the point of that at work?
Is that something
private.
covering your screen?
Yeah, just like a little magnetic thing.
Oh, cool. I want one of those for my cell phone.
You can get this for your cell phone.
People
Mainly-
reading
Just
your...
wrap that
No,
around your cell phone.
it's mainly if I'm looking at Instagram on a plane and like Jessica Negri pops up and I go, oh my God.
Yep.
Mine's for watching porn.
I go, this is my friend. I know her. It's okay.
Yep. I'm not a
you guys.
weirdo. I watch Love Island.
Yeah. I follow a lot of people who have their tits out. It's okay.
Is there nudity on Love Island?
There has been on the British Love Island.
Dong?
I've not seen dong, but I've seen boobies on like 2 or 3 occasions.
Are you,
Started a new Love Island this week.
are you
Love
watching
Island winner.
The Bachelor?
I watched the first episode.
Which is the only thing out now.
Yeah, the 3-hour first episode. I
Yep.
did. It's the first time I've ever watched The Bachelor from the get-go, from the
Yeah,
jump.
same.
Yeah.
I usually don't watch from the beginning.
You sound happy about this.
It was good. I liked it.
It was like more like 2 hours if you cut out the commercials and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Just desperate people being desperate. It's great.
We got a podcast for that.
I know.
We're on it right now.
Yeah. I didn't bring it up. She did.
It's true. Well, it's because you brought up Love Island.
I was just talking about titties.
Fucking hate you guys. I watched all of The Witcher on Netflix this weekend.
How many episodes is it?
8. It's 8-hour-long episodes.
Damn, you were busy.
It was good.
And when you're done with The Witcher on Netflix, just tab over and watch Cheer on Netflix, which is an
You said
awesome...
you weren't going to talk about this on the podcast. You already talked about it before the podcast
Well, you
started.
brought up Netflix. Cheer is awesome.
You
Watch
said, I'm
it.
not
It's
going to talk
great."
about this on the podcast. I want to tell you now. Not going to listen to you talk about this fucking show twice.
That's all
I
I'm
already
saying.
paid attention
All I'm
once.
saying is watch it.
I got to listen again.
You're a Texas boy. Watch it. It takes place in Texas. There you
What's
go.
Cheer about?
It's about
Here we go. Again.
Navarro Community College has the best cheer department in America.
We're talking like cheerleading.
Cheerleading and like competitive cheering. And so it's a documentary following this year's class as they go through and compete and stuff.
That sounds fucking awesome.
It is awesome. It's really, and it's just people get hurt a
You
lot.
said Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Like so many people get kicked in the head. It's great. It's great.
like you
It's
and I
like
have
long
this-
form TikTok.
Oh my God, yes.
It's just people getting hurt.
Dude, TikTok is so good.
It is the best.
I like TikTok now, unironically.
I
do you
spend
like-
an hour a night in bed before I fall asleep watching
Minimum.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Every night.
What channel is that on? Is that
not on linear
the most
TV,
boomer
Gus.
question you can ask? What
I-
channel is TikTok on?
I don't know about you, Jeff, but I don't remember being that funny or attractive at the age of 15.
Nope.
And every single person on TikTok is hilarious and attractive, and I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Wait till you see how built the 19-year-olds in cheer school are, and you're like, oh my God.
At least they're 19.
Yeah, I guess so. Usually, I didn't look like that at 19. I look like a fucking loser.
Well,
I look like I look now, like a fucking idiot.
Barbara just called a bunch of 15-year-olds attractive. I think you're on an
Barbara.
FBI watch list of some kind now.
For their age.
How old are you in that picture where you have just like the ears and the chin?
The ears and the
You remember
chin.
my high school photo?
Yeah.
17. Or maybe 16 or 17.
Somehow you're the same person, but you look completely different.
Yeah. People age.
He grew into his ears.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gus grew into his head for the most part.
Well,
I mostly did.
No, you should have seen him like in 1999. Gus was different.
But when
it's like
you fully
a pole
grown
with
in
the
that,
ball on the end.
you must have been fully grown by 99.
Yeah, I was 21.
He was skinnier though, much skinnier.
Not that much skinnier anymore. 15 pounds.
Oh, because
Yeah.
of the veganism.
I've been losing weight, yeah, with the veganism. It's weird.
How much have you lost?
I've lost 12 pounds.
That's great. I just got back on keto because I got a little holiday fat. Ugh. Getting fat is so much more fun than not being fat and losing fat. That's okay though.
How
I'm
fat?
pretty good at keto.
How fat would you be willing to get for a laugh?
Well,
Laugh. Not even for a roll, just for a laugh.
not at all anymore. It's too much work to get rid of it.
What about you, Gavin? Like really big.
How like double?
Like
No, I was-
5 stone.
300 pounds.
5 stone. That's easy.
300 pounds?
300 pounds.
300. Well, I might die from 300 pounds.
There's a dude Gus and I
are you right
used to
That's
know.
21 stone.
You're like, what, 145?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, double your weight.
What weight are you sort of in danger of your heart just giving out?
Well,
I don't think it's like a
300? I mean,
certain
if you-
amount. I think it's a
400?
You get to 600 pounds or so, you get to be on TV.
It's true. You qualify.
I watched that show. I watched my 600 pound
Yeah,
one.
there was a dude that worked at Telenetwork. I don't want to say his name, but he was a good guy. We liked him, Gus. I don't know if you remember him. And he weighed about like 175 pounds, like a normal skinny dude. And he wanted to see if he could get to 300 pounds. So he made it his goal to see if he could get to 300 pounds. And he got to about 250 before he just couldn't add on any more weight. And he just turned into a fat piece of shit.
miserable?
And then he was just a fat dude.
Was he
and
able to lose it?
He didn't really try.
Dude, it's hard to lose
He
weight.
was just like, this is what I weigh now. But he did it as a joke.
It's like he
was just
leveled up and then just stayed there.
And then he stayed there, yeah. He was happy there. So,
Ugh. Poor guy.
I forgot about that.
yeah. I think about him sometimes. He also lived in a foreign country for a year illegally and was mad that he got kicked out.
I forgot about that.
He had a lot of great
A
stories,
lot
that
of
guy.
really weird stories.
He was a weird dude.
Did you just overstay a visa?
We made a lot of characters at that call center.
Yeah, we really did. The kind of people that'll work at a call center for $6.50 an hour, no questions asked, are the kind of people you find out interesting stuff about.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. That's what it boiled down to.
Isn't that where all just you guys met, right? Was Bernie
Me,
there too?
Gus,
And
Bernie,
Bernie.
Jason Saldana,
Becca?
Becca worked for us. Dan Godwin. Dan's the one that hired himself.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think that's everybody Rooster Teeth related. I mean, like
think so.
Lance McKee worked there. He was a voice in
Private Mickey
he was
in
Private
episode
Mickey
10 of
in
season
episode
one?
10. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. Or from Rooster Teeth world.
When are we getting Jason on this potty?
It's funny
get
you
him
say
on.
that. We talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should get him on. He's fucking hilarious.
We have Bev's quite a few. Well, I was about
Actually-
to say a lot, but that's not true.
I have a Rooster Teeth project I want to do this year, and I want him to be a part of it. Actually, so I'm gonna try to bring him in for that at some point.
Well, I hope you succeed.
I did too.
I saw a thread online the other day of people talking, trying to figure out like who the first employees at Rooster Teeth are, and like when everyone got hired, and like people going in there and definitively making statements. People who used to work here,
Like-
going in there and definitively making statements and making lists like, this is all fucking wrong.
It's so wrong.
It's like,
Yeah.
and nobody has that list correct.
I only know
But
my
it's like-
employee number. That's it.
It's like, who fucking cares?
doesn't
Like,
really
I don't want to
matter.
go in there and like correct them. It's like,
Yeah.
well, like who's asking this question to begin with? Like,
It's
what's the point?
interesting history if you want to know. Like,
Rooster Teeth, at its inception, was Bernie, Gus, Jeff, and Matt. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, Dan and Jason would come and help out sometimes, and then Jason ended up coming to work for us. But Jason even came to work in a funny way, where he wasn't supposed to be in the office, and we had a little space where the washer and the dryer were supposed to go that we weren't going to put a washer and dryer in. And one day, Jason showed up with a desk and stuck it there and said, "This is where I work."
on his own desk.
And he just didn't leave. And so we're like, all right,
All right,
it was
cool.
awesome.
So it's kind of like how
Free employee.
Dan got hired at your call center.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
forced
Dan,
himself there.
we came and spent a week with us and said, this seems like a lot of work,
thought it
and
was a
never
day.
came back. He worked with us for a week. He checked out after the first day. He gave us a week. He made it a day.
What do you think? What do you think my employee number is?
You're like, if I had to take a guess, I'm going to say you're like 16.
No.
I would guess like 25.
I would say like 22.
28.
28. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a lot higher than it feels.
So who was the first Rooster Teeth? Like, just so we, obviously, founder aside, it's Nathan Zellner was the first Rooster
Yes.
Teeth employee.
Yes.
All right. Followed up by Brandon.
I mean, where would you put Finch?
Jack and Brandon fight over who was here first, but I think technically it was
I think
Brandon.
Brandon, yeah.
And then probably Monty, right?
Yeah.
Brandon, Jack, Monty. We tried to hire people here and there that said no.
When did Carrie show up?
Kerry was an intern for a long time.
Yeah, because he was there at the Congress
He was
office.
another one where we agreed to let him come for like 4 hours a week. And then he just was like, once he got in the door, he said, I'm not leaving. And we were like, okay, I guess we can't make you.
Didn't him and Chris start at the same time?
Kerry and Chris? I think Kerry predates
Carrie,
Chris.
at least for his internship, predates Chris.
Or maybe I'm thinking
Yeah.
Chris and Marshall.
Chris and Marshall started at the same
Chris
time.
and Marshall started the exact same time. Yeah.
Damn. A lot of people.
Long time ago.
Real long time. I was showing.
Whatever happened to Chris?
He was wearing, did you see, I had to film something with him earlier today. He's really sick, but he came into work anyway. He's wearing one of those black masks over his face. But when I saw him, he had it on upside down.
He also kept
then
taking it off to talk.
taking it off to talk, and like just having it here. Like, Chris, that's not the
I
fucking point
reiterate.
of that mask.
I reiterate. Whatever happened to Chris?
Years of being Chris.
Yeah.
We got to make him over today.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. How'd that go?
We put out an RT Life, I think last week, where the guys did the
I
girls'
watched
makeup.
it. Yeah. You did a
And-
great job, by the way.
That's what you call it. So today we actually turned the tables on them and made them over.
Oh, that's
It was
awesome.
very fun.
Is that what that Instagram photo was?
Yeah.
Of everybody lined up? Okay. I thought it was a food challenge, but that's cool. Yeah.
What other vlogger challenges from 2009 are you going to do next?
You killed Jeff.
Caught me while I was swallowing.
It's
I also knew where he was going really fast.
it's all new to the TikTok kids.
That's
They
true.
weren't alive in
They weren't born
2009. they didn't know. This episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is sponsored by Native. Did you know that many conventional deodorants contain aluminum, which forms a plug in your sweat glands to keep you from sweating? Yikes. Native's deodorant is made without aluminum, so you can feel better about what you're putting on your body. Native deodorant is made with ingredients you've heard of, like coconut oil and shea butter. You wear deodorant every day. Shouldn't you be able to understand its ingredients list? It's formulated without aluminum, parabens, or talc. It's also vegan, like me, and never tested on animals. like me. I know a lot of people around the office have been using Native for a while now. They're really happy with it. I also like how they offer unscented varieties for people with sensitive skin like me. Super convenient, very hard to find sometimes. Making the switch to an aluminum-free deodorant does not mean you have to sacrifice on performance. Native will keep you smelling and feeling fresh all day long. With over 10 scents, including their classics and rotating seasonals, you're guaranteed to find one you love. Their classic scents include coconut and vanilla, which is their most popular scent, lavender and rose, cucumber and mint, eucalyptus and mint. They also offer an unscented option and a baking soda-free formula for those with sensitivities. Native offers free shipping on every order and a 30-day free returns and exchanges in the USA. Check out the over 9,000 5-star reviews from happy customers who made the switch to Native. So for 20% off your first purchase, visit nativedeodorant.com. Use promo code ROOSTER during checkout. That's 20% off your first purchase at nativedeodorant.com using promo code ROOSTER. Thanks to Native for sponsoring this episode of the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh,
You okay there, buddy?
yeah. They're going to do the ice bucket challenge.
Well, that was decent there.
Speaking of things that are coming up, you want to talk about the thing?
Oh, yeah. We have a little video. Gavin, I think you're the only one here who didn't have anything to do with this. But we wanted to debut this little video for first members. That's why I wanted to do it on the site here. And it'll go public in a couple days, I think. But typically, Rooster Teeth and a lot of companies will do at the end of the year, we'll do like a 2019 retrospective. Here's a video of our greatest, of like all the best parts of 2019 or whatever. Although I think we all agree, we just want to be in 2020 and not think about 2019 anymore and move past that. So instead of a look back, we made a video that's a look forward of things to come and things to expect and things to look forward to with Rooster Teeth and the year 2020. So we can show that now if you want.
Yeah. Do we have that ready? Yep. Let's do it.
Give me the good stuff. I mean the really good stuff.
I'm gonna need you to trust me.
We'll follow your lead, Ruby.
Fire when ready.
Let's do this.
Wait. Just,
Okay.
what are you doing?
You didn't come this far to fail now.
What do you mean, everyone?
We're very intimate with that stuff.
So intimate.
We'll just like
I too find it hard to focus when the material is so arousing.
Record keeper RSL reporting log 001.
Don't press your lips together.
Okay.
I stole my whole desk.
People with scoliosis deserve love too.
Thank you.
I've got a pair of pink pants.
Thank you.
Did I ever tell you folks?
I don't have any memory of my death.
That's unfortunate.
Grab your putter, meet us at the course. It's time for hardcore mini golf.
It's time to build. That's good.
I haven't.
Let's find out who's telling the truth and who is a chump.
Inside there is an adventure.
Oh my God. Welcome to Master and Apprentice.
tell us how we can help.
We are going to bury you in a custom-made Haunter coffin. See you, buddy.
I'm glad you got better.
Yeah,
you grew your head back.
I did. I grew my head back.
That was cool.
That was not bad, right?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Drew Saplin directed that. I think he did a really, and he wrote it, did a really good job.
That's great.
That was probably
Yeah.
my favorite like stylistic thing we've ever done.
My favorite thing about that whole that whole trailer is Gus, the one look Gus gives at the back of the bar where he's got the he just looks so fucking great. He looks so funny to me.
Reflecting in your eyes in that shot.
Visual effects.
I
Those
think
are just
VFX.
his eyes. He
Yeah.
has very blue eyes.
Yeah, those are those are my Elon Musk eyes. It's a new cyber implant I have.
Nasty.
Did you have you seen the season of, not to get on a tangent, but you've seen the season of Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Did you like Elon Tusk?
So weird.
So weird out of left field. So that's just a sampling of a lot of the stuff we have coming up in 2020. You're going to see some new stuff in there, like Record Keeper, which is a new animated series. Hardcore Mini Golf showed up in there. That's a surprise, as well as a bunch of other stuff that we honestly couldn't include.
The chat is going off on golf, by the way.
Oh, great. Yeah, we couldn't include it because obviously we haven't filmed it yet. Like that hardcore mini golf stuff, we've just filmed them fucking around to put in there. But so in addition to that, there's going to be 3. Hardcore mini golf will be a first only show in this exact same way Hardcore Tabletop is. So Hardcore Mini Golf will be first only, and then what you don't see there are 3 more first only shows that are going to come out in this year, including one from Core that's an idea that's been in the works for about 2 years now. That's I'm really excited about. Another Achievement Hunter one. It's another hardcore one, but it's not Hardcore Mini Golf, and it's not a hardcore you've already seen.
I think I'm even more excited about that one.
A new hardcore, and it's the thing I'm most excited about. Yeah. And then
Hardcore pornography.
And yeah, there you go. And hardcore insertion is what it's called. And then a Funhouse one as well. There's going to be another Funhouse show this year that's going to be first only that I'm also really excited about that we start filming pretty soon. In addition to more podcasts, what you didn't see in there, I don't think Black Box Down was in there, which is coming out.
I don't know if we've officially said is in the works or not.
Oh.
But
why don't you say it now?
Black Box Down, your audio podcast about airline disasters is coming out.
We're looking around March-ish.
Yeah. In addition, there's Headcanon, Jack's podcast, that will come out. Rabbit Hole, Trevor's podcast, that will come out. My Reality TV Show podcast will not come out. Putting that on the back burner. I think it's just too niche.
It's too
right
niche.
now.
Yeah, but it was the one thing where I was like, oh, maybe I could be a guest.
I know. What we need is a vehicle for you and I to talk reality TV somewhere where the audience will get mad at us.
Right. Like this.
We just need to find that corner of the internet.
Do they get mad on this?
I get mad on this.
That's good content then.
But anyway, so there's in addition to some really awesome Red versus Blue footage in there that I'm super excited about. We're going to do some really cool stuff with RVB this year and a million other things that were teased in there. Hopefully you guys liked it and are excited about some of the stuff we're going to be doing this year.
I'm excited for Haunter to come out.
Yeah, and not the least of which Haunter Season 2 comes out January 30th.
That's in like a couple days.
Yeah. The Season 1 will start airing free to the public on the site here, I think on the 24th, I want to say.
I just think enough time has passed since we filmed it where I don't remember any of it, and I'm excited to watch it.
It'll be a new experience for you.
I watched all the edits over the holiday, and it was like I wasn't in them. It was like watching it for the first time. It was really interesting. Yeah, it's been so much time.
The one you guys showed at RTX this past year, the one you filmed in London, is probably one of my favorite pieces of content we've ever made.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
And man, I don't know how much I could spoil, but I felt really bad for Trevor.
Well, he'll live, probably. I mean, who knows what kind of life it'll be, but he'll live.
I just don't know if our house is haunted now because of that.
Well, one can hope. And that'll probably be the last of Haunter. You'll see. I know I mentioned that on an off topic, but...
Boo!
I know, but that is... until we can... It's fun. I saw lots of fun... internet armchair CEOing about judging whether or not we should have made Haunter or not. We're very happy with Haunter. We knew what we were getting into, but it's a very expensive show to make in-house.
Goddamn.
And it's not like we want to take it to TV. We just need somebody to pay for it because we can't spend, millions of dollars on shows all the time and then hope to recoup that on our own site. We just can't. So there's Hardcore Tabletop, that we can do. Haunter, a little harder.
Yeah. I'm saying boo because I have fun making it.
It was the most fun I've ever had professionally, was making Haunter, I think.
Yeah, it's a shame it costs like millions of dollars, billions even.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people in chat asking about other shows that weren't in the hype reel. And just to reinforce what you said, Jeff,
Yes.
There's a lot of other stuff we're making too.
A lot
that
of other
just
new stuff
didn't-
we're making.
Right, that didn't make it into that reel.
A lot of
And
existing stuff
that
didn't make
existing
it.
Stuff, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
people asking about existing shows, like it's fine.
Just
It's
because you didn't
fine.
see your favorite show in there doesn't mean it got canceled. Because Rooster Teeth doesn't cancel stuff. It doesn't mean it got forever shelved. It just means we didn't have room. We either didn't have footage readily available. This was kind of a last minute thing that everybody kind of worked on over the holidays, which was really sweet and awesome of everybody, including you guys coming out and getting wacky costumes.
That was so much fun.
That was a fun day. But yeah, that's just a taste of what's to come. Not just the additional first programming I mentioned, not just the new podcasts I mentioned, but there's just a ton of shit coming out in 2020. It is my goal to keep you guys so goddamn entertained from Rooster Teeth that you lose all your jobs and fail out of school.
We're also talking about doing more stuff on RTTV as well.
We've got some great ideas for RTTV
Yeah.
in 2020.
Which is the live
I got a hell yeah from Eric back there. He's very excited
that was
about
the
one.
soundboard.
Was it the soundboard?
Yeah,
Or the real one? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Same thing.
it wasn't the soundboard.
It wasn't a soundboard because Eric is going to be heavily involved with one. He's very
One of
excited
the
about
things that they showed in the hype reel, which is mind blowing to me, is that it's going to be the 10th RTX this year.
Not only is it the 10th RTX this year, but tickets are on sale this week.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think
First Plus is currently
is
available
today.
But by the end of the week on Friday, tickets will be available to everyone.
Yeah, I think it
General
goes
public.
first on Wednesday and then full public on Friday.
Oh, there it is. It's on the screen.
Yeah, there you
Badges
go.
on sale Friday.
A weekend badge is on sale Friday. And I don't know the particulars, but I'm pretty sure that we actually lowered the price of weekend badges in 2020. So it's actually a little cheaper to go to RTX this year than it was last year if you buy a weekend badge. So
And it's going to be the best one yet. So like,
it is definitely going to be the 10th
a
one
deal.
yet.
The
Yeah.
The 10th most RTX.
Yeah.
Listen, come see the show live, please.
Oh, you can watch the podcast live.
Eric says,
yeah.
come see the show live. Also, we've got something, because it's the 10th one, I say we because I'm not a member of them anymore, but Achievement Hunter has something very, very, very cool, very special planned for RTX this year that I'm really jazzed about.
That sounds
Like a super
ominous.
secret, ominous thing. Yeah.
Well, we do too. Right, Gus?
Yes, because we are planning the show again. Nope.
Anyway.
How much money?
No.
How much money would someone have?
No.
There's no amount?
God.
What, okay, what if you had to plan your own side event, like just a GusCon that happens simultaneously?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think he'd pay money to do
Could
that.
I take the ticket revenue?
You cannot.
Damn.
I do. Here's the thing, Gus. I kind of miss planning it.
Oh.
I had a lot of fun doing it.
But you can't hire a Chinese person to plan it for you.
Can I hire them to play me? It's a
Half
lot.
black,
It's a lot
half
of work.
Korean.
It's a lot of work, but it was
I've heard
also
that
like
before.
the most, I think probably like the most rewarding thing I ever did with Rooster Teeth.
RTX?
Yeah. Just like to work so hard on something all year and then have everyone just show up and have such a good time. And
God, I just felt so bad for you guys though. Like the weeks leading up to it, you were so just unhappy
I found
and stressed.
a picture of myself from, I think it was RTX 2015 or 2014, where I had been like working overnight on something and I went into the bathroom and my eyes were literally red.
Just all the white was
All
red.
the white was red. And I was like, ooh, that's probably not good.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's like do you remember Nathan and David's movie Goliath?
Oh, yeah.
That they filmed way back in the day. I don't know if you remember, but Nathan had to be, I think he was like, in the movie, he had been to prison and he had to have a mugshot. And so he got home from doing RVB season 5 production. He'd been up for like 72 hours and he got David to take a photo of him. And he looks like a different human. He just like, his face is all puffy and red and it looks like a mugshot. Very terrifying.
Those were some long days back then.
Those were long days. Yeah, that was where Gavin fell asleep standing up in the sound booth.
Oh yeah.
The walls were so soft. I think I was just slightly less than asleep. I think I was just in a trance.
That was the day I said, that's it. Gavin and I have to go home and get a couple hours of sleep. We're too exhausted. And we left, and Gavin had to keep waking me up on the ride home because I'd keep nodding off. He'd be like, you're asleep again. I'd be like, oh.
Like every stop sign, I'd be like, and we can go again. This is dangerous.
Jesus.
That was rough. Those early days, man.
And then you just ran over that woman and didn't seem to notice. You just plowed right over her.
You never talked about that, really.
And then we just carried on. But you were asleep. You missed it. It was fine though.
We weren't going to talk about that. Anyway, but yeah, if I know it's hard to have the money to go to RTX every year and to make that journey, but I will say if you're gonna make an RTX, I think the 10th one is the one to make.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of cool stuff planned because it's our 10-year anniversary, and
we love numbers here.
we're super into the number X. Yeah,
I'm still disappointed we couldn't call it RTXX.
I know.
I don't know. I think it was too confusing or something like that. But
That's awesome.
just make the X bigger.
Whatever happened to
RTX.
double X? Like you've got X-rated movies and triple X-rated movies.
Well,
But is there a double X?
Correct me if I'm wrong. X is like nudity and pretend fucking, and triple X is actual fucking, right?
Yeah.
So what's between that?
Wait,
Your
X
dick.
is pretend?
No, it is, right?
But like an X-rated movie could have real boning.
I guess it could.
Could
like
it?
a brown bunny type thing, or
What's a brown bunny?
That was a Vincent Gallo movie where Chloe Sevigny sucked a dick and she killed her career. She got dropped by her agents and she couldn't work again for
Usually
like 10
that's
years.
what makes your career.
It depends what part of your
went back
career.
to
Kidding,
Yeah.
that was a bad joke.
Don't worry, Harvey Weinstein's gone.
Or like Nymphomaniac, right? Or like one of those movies that has real sex in it.
I don't know. So what is the difference between 1 and 3 X's?
I don't know.
What?
But we don't.
is
But where's
the
2X?
differ- Well, okay, we need to figure out what the 1 and the 3 are. So we figure out what's between them.
Okay.
What is the difference?
I would imagine one's softcore, one's hardcore.
What's softcore again? Just like not showing.
Make those movies
not,
jacked in.
not showing insertion. Maybe.
Okay.
Was that jacked in?
So where are we looking for? United States. X rating was applied to a film that contained content judged unsuitable for children, such as extreme violence, strongly implied sex, and graphic language.
Wait, so you can get X-rated on violence and language?
Yeah, like Urban Cowboy
Yeah.
was an X-rated movie.
But I feel like your NC-17 is so
Because
rarely
X
used.
predates NC-17.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Then triple X rating means hardcore. The double X rating is for simulation.
Oh. Okay.
Like, yeah, like someone in the booth said like the Matrix.
That was there.
Was it Eric?
That was the soundboard.
Oh, Jesus. And then all right, never mind. I'm closing the tab. That was for work.
4X?
If you take the red pill and your erection lasts longer than 4 hours, call a doctor.
That's very funny, Bob.
Thank you, Jeff.
It really was.
Every now and
That
then.
was so clever. It was a good joke.
Should we just end the podcast? Like, that's it. See ya. Send on a high note. Good night. This episode of the Receipt Podcast is brought to you by Honey, the easiest way to save money when you're shopping online. You know that Honey is the free online shopping tool that automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart. And you know how great it feels to save, but how does it feel to save with Honey? Saving with Honey feels like sliding into a seat on a train just before the doors close, hitting every green light on your commute, or finishing up this podcast episode right as you walk into work. I like Honey because it's saving me money by proxy. My wife uses it all the time, no matter where she's shopping online. I like how easy it is to get set up and how useful it is across the board. Honey supports over 30,000 stores online like Target and Best Buy. They're adding new stores every day. Honey has over 18 million users that have saved more than $2 billion. It's $2 billion saved for free. And that's why it has over 100,000 5-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Using Honey feels pretty great. Think of it as a little daily victory. Plus, it's free to use, installs in just a few seconds. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/rooster. That's joinhoney.com/rooster. Thanks to Honey for sponsoring this episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
Anyway, I wanted to show that hype video and wanted to talk about some of the stuff we got coming out in 2020 because I'm really, really excited. A lot of hard work been going on behind the scenes for the last 6 months or so, trying to get a lot of this stuff ready to be seen by the viewers, and that's my piece. Now I'll just talk about I can talk about my butt, talk about my Toto toilet.
What happened?
Mike is telling me that none of what I read is true.
Did you get a bidet?
Yeah, I did.
How is it?
Life-changing, right?
It's life-changing.
Is it one that sits on top of the toilet?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Toto one. It's called the Bidet S350 or something, 350S.
So it wasn't like the $13,000 near rest one?
No, but it's not cheap.
This is just the toilet, like the replacement of the toilet seat, right?
Yeah, you take the toilet seat off, or a trained professional does, and they put it on. It has a heated seat. It has electrolyzed water that mists to keep the bowl clean and sanitary. Then it has the alien mouth that comes out, and then it shoots oscillating or pulsating water that you can control the temperature at your butthole or
And
your
the
biffy
direction, right?
if you're a girl, and the direction, and the frequency, and the strength,
That's double
and the
X.
temperature. That's it right there.
Dude, can I
I don't
come
know
over?
if I love the word biffy.
Can
And,
I come over and film that in slow-mo? That looks awesome.
It looks like Alien opening its mouth every time it comes out. It's like,
So have you ever sat on it but set it to Biffy and see where it hits?
it hits the bottom of your balls.
So, yes.
Yes. But it's great because you can control like the temperature of the water.
Does it have air
The
too?
temperature. It has air. You can control the temperature of the heat of the air
Hell
when
yeah.
it dries your butthole.
Sounds like it's super energy efficient.
So does that mean you avoid wiping, or you still wipe?
I'd still wipe at the end just to like it's like a safety check.
Is it constantly keeping the seat warm even if no one's on it? This sounds horrible.
I think you
It's
can control that.
very like minimal.
Does
heat.
it open when you
It
walk
also,
up to it?
yeah, it's motion detected. So when I open the door, it opens and
Does it say,
like,
hello, Jeff? Please
it says,
deposit
like,
your specimen
Hello,
here.
Daddy. Yeah,
So you do that, and you get a squatty potty in there. Best shit of your life,
yeah.
Guaranteed.
I need to get a squatty potty.
guaranteed.
How do you throw up in one of those? Is it just normal? Like
You
it
say, toilet, vomment mode.
and it just like doesn't do any of the fancy.
Instead of-
Shoot you in the
like,
face
misting you with electric water,
Instead
and
of
then
the
alien
water
mouth
coming
shoots
out
in your
of the
Biffy.
thing, it's just a pole that comes out, so it gags you.
You know what? I don't throw up anymore now that I'm not a drunk, so I don't know. I hope I don't find out.
You could get food poisoning.
I could. Yeah.
Or really bad migraine.
Well, you're not like shoving dog tags up your nose anymore.
I don't ever want to do that again.
Dude, when I just walked into your bathroom and saw that sink full of vom,
I threw up so much it clogged the sink, and then I
was
just had a sink full of vomit.
so incredibly blown away that you snuck off while I was filming and didn't let me film that. You just disappeared and came back with it through your nose, and the sink was full of vomit.
One time when I lived with Jeff at the old house, I got food poisoning. We had gone to the movies. We saw Bruce Almighty in the theater.
Good movie.
Nice. Good
down
movie.
at the Metropolitan. And I don't know if I ate something earlier that day or what, but we got back to your house and I started feeling sick. And I tried to lay down to sleep it off. And then it was that thing where you wake up and you realize like, now you got to let it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up and I was running to the bathroom and I started vomiting and I like tried to put my hand up against my mouth to keep it from coming out.
Been there.
But it just increased the pressure and it just like shot out in little jets, like in every direction, like on me and then up on the walls and on the ceiling.
That's why I sold the house.
So it's like, I vomited, I felt better. Then I turn around, it's like, oh, now I need to clean the entire bathroom.
Like that
It
scene
is
from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it is
There's
cake.
shit everywhere.
everywhere.
I had the same thing where I ran, I sprayed, I got the rest of it out, and then I turned around, and you just have to take in the mess you've made. You have to
Yeah.
stand there for 5 to 10 seconds and be like, where do I start with this? Down here, I
you
guess.
start from the start from the top and work
Oh,
your
yeah.
way down. Don't start from the bottom. I can tell you from experience.
Yeah, because you're just gonna clean that again.
Right, you're just gonna be cleaning that over and over.
Yuck.
Fucking mess.
But I have a bidet as well, or had a bidet.
Man, I gotta
Mine broke.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be heartbreaking.
It wasn't the Toto. It was a different brand. but
Michael bought a different brand over the weekend too.
the little thing that comes out, the alien tongue, it like was stuck, so it wouldn't go back in or come out anymore. So anytime you would open it, it would just go, and it would just like be trying to do something, and it wouldn't spray any water or anything
Wait,
like
so it's
that.
stuck out or in?
In the middle.
Oh, so you like taking dumps on the end of it and stuff?
Nice.
No, I just stopped using that toilet.
I wonder about that. Like, will I accidentally poop on the alien mouth?
Oh, like if you
on the
didn't realize-
nozzle?
You
But it
don't-
has. I've not even come close to my knowledge.
You don't shit as far back as you think you do.
I really don't. I guess.
Yeah.
It retracts. It knows. It's like. Oh.
It is. I'll tell you what though. I didn't realize how bad my butt felt until my butt started to feel good. You know.
Maybe you need one of these, Gavin. You don't clean your asshole.
I clean it good. I just don't use the traditional methods.
How do you clean your butthole?
I just use this part of my hand instead of my fingers. Because all these guys finger their arseholes to get it
I
clean.
don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You don't literally fucking stick your finger.
I'm not sticking my
in
finger
your
up
ass.
my butt.
You
to
just
clean
use
it.
your hand to wash.
Do you karate chop your ass?
Yeah, let
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
hey, Gav.
Gus, this is your anus. Clean it. Oh, so you palm? That's just going over the top. You know.
I don't need to clean the inside of my butthole,
That's
dude.
what I was
What do
saying.
you-
But Bernie was saying that he gets all his fingers in there, and he's
You
all
don't
like,
need to do that if you shoot hot water up it.
I know. I agree.
So you're sitting on the toilet, reach over and like, how do you wipe? You just lean over and wipe?
But we were talking about in the shower. So
Why
that
you
we wipe it. It's like two.
In the shower, he karate chops his butt.
In the shower.
With the toilet paper, I just wipe like a normal human.
Okay.
But when I'm in the shower and I want to clean my asshole, I'm not delving in with my fingers.
Do you not
like
use
Bernie
wet
does.
wipes when you shit?
I do.
Me too.
You
just dry?
I feel like if it's a bad one, but usually I feel like it's bad to flush them, innit?
Well, supposedly the ones I have are flushable.
I think
I remember
in
that
reality,
being-
none of them are.
I think it's just a load of bullshit.
So
Clogs the tank.
going back to an earlier conversation, I got clarification here.
Okay.
The X rating was originally created by the MPAA for adult movies, which covered everything from violence to actual sex. The MPAA failed to copyright the X rating, so the adult movie industry took it on as a way to prove they were hardcore. Eventually adding another X to be even more hardcore, and then they said, fuck it, let's go big, and made it triple X. The MPAA changed the X rating to NC-17 so they could have adult content. So X and triple X are not actual MPAA ratings because they weren't copyrighted.
Oh.
The adult industry took them, and NC-17 is the actual MPAA rating.
Today.
The more you know.
So thank you, Mike.
I feel better now.
Yeah. There you go.
Back to your butt cleaning.
I was trying to save you, Gavin.
It's been done. It's been done. It's been discussed.
Do you ever just like stretch out your cheeks?
I thought you were going a different way with that.
For like a breeze?
No, it's like to get the water in there. Like if you stretch out your cheeks and let the water
in the
run through.
shower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That gets it pretty good.
So I did. I
That's all I wanted to say. That's
undertook
all I wanted to add to that
a
conversation.
very lengthy project in 2019. I tried to go through, and for the entire year, I measured every mile I drove in my car and every bit of energy, every bit of electricity it took to charge my car at home.
Did you start this at the beginning of 2019,
I started,
or is this something
I started
you
it at
retconned?
the end of 2018.
This is why I like you. You do stuff that is interesting, but is so boring, and I would never want to do
so
myself.
fucking
but
boring.
the result is amazing.
That's why I was like, the
but
whole
you
time.
have to go through all the boring crap.
Every day, I had to log how much electricity I was using and how many miles I had driven.
If you forget, is there a way you can go back and look at the data?
I mean, I saved it all.
Yeah.
But like, if I didn't write it down in the day, no.
Okay.
Oh, I could.
You couldn't go.
I
in
could
your
go back
car
and reference the electricity usage. I could not go back and reference how many miles I drove.
Where are you getting the usage data from? The car?
From my electric company.
But how do you know it's the car charging?
Okay, so this was the thing.
Okay.
This is the end result. There's a lot of ugliness in the background that goes into making these numbers. So what I did was I was charging my car at 3 a.m. when my house was using the least amount of electricity. So I could average what my phantom drain of the house was and pull that out.
So you could do like a bunch of blank 3 a.m.s and
Right,
then
and
charge
then-
the car at 3 a.m.
Right. And then you kind of figure out like what your car is actually using. There's some variance because in summer my AC will kick on a little more. And in winter my heater is gas powered and not electric powered. So you kind of have to, there is some averaging in there in order to try to figure it out. I also had to exclude some miles, like because I used the supercharger a couple times on road trips. So that's why like the total cost isn't actually like you can't divide the numbers that I show you there and get the total cost. It's actually a little off. But so charging at home for an entire year driving about 11,000 miles was about $416.
Is that
Seems
good?
amazing.
It's about 4 cents a mile. Yeah. So the equivalent with the average gas price for 2019 in Austin, it would be like driving a car that was getting 68 miles to the gallon.
Okay. So a Geo Metro.
Yes.
How did you do the math on how much gas you would have had to pay for?
How much gas I would have had to pay for? I didn't. I have the data. I could figure that out if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do it right now on the podcast.
That'd be a cool comparison there, yeah.
It would be at, I mean, it would
Because
be
that's
at
what I
least-
would want to see. Is how much you saved on gas.
I mean, so it's like I said, it's the equivalent of driving a 68 mile a gallon car. If you have a 34 mile a gallon car, it's double that. So it would be $932.
Do you think you would drive less if your car like weighed your tank and then took the current gas price and it just showed a dollar amount going down every time you drove it?
No.
No? All right.
You still got to drive.
Still gotta
gotta
get
do.
places.
Yeah.
Sure. I just feel like whenever I'm in a cab and I just see the meter going up, I'm always just like,
You're like,
Yeah,
just
but
drop me here.
That's a lot more, though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just scary just to see a number going up and that's how much you have to pay.
But yeah, it sucked. And the downside is I can't stop measuring it. Like, I don't need to do it anymore, but I'm still updating my spreadsheet.
Well,
you're
you've
in the
done it too
habit?
much, so now you're
Like, it's routine.
yeah.
and I can't stop.
How many spreadsheets do you keep?
I have to keep telling myself I don't need to do this, but I'm still doing it. I need help. You need to stop me. You need to delete my spreadsheet. I don't know, Barbara.
I'm curious about that. You seem like someone who would keep a lot of spreadsheets.
He does.
I like to save information.
Yeah.
I like to know things.
I don't like this.
It's really bad. So I'm going to stop. That's it. I'm not measuring.
We're actually gathering you here today to tell
well,
you.
It's not going to change, right? It should.
Right. That was my goal initially. Was a year of data. That way I know.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
And now that you know,
I'm not updating it anymore.
You know that the data is essentially worthless, and there's no point in it.
It is worthless. there is no point to doing it.
I'm going to check on you every day this week to make sure you're not updating your spreadsheet.
It'll be hardest tonight because this will be the first night where I'm not writing it down. Because after that, then there's no way to get it back.
Don't do it. Be strong. Be strong.
It'll be the hardest tonight.
I can see Gus sitting in front of the TV and the sofa just like shaking. Just
Gotta write it
looking
down.
over his laptop. He knows the number in his
phone.
head because he checked before he got out of the car anyway.
Does your toilet seat weigh your dumps?
Nah. Do you want to weigh dumps? Do you want to see who takes the heaviest dumps?
If it was easy to weigh dumps.
They did it on the Howard Stern show with High Pitch Eric, and it was I don't think it worked the way they thought it would. I remember it being a letdown.
Why is that? What was the letdown?
I don't remember. Like dumps don't weigh as much as you want them to. Maybe. I don't know.
Do you think if you have to pee really bad that your urine would weigh more than a dump?
Yeah, you can hold a lot of piss.
You can hold a lot of piss. Yeah.
Have you ever been like, oh, I gotta take a fucking huge dump. I'm gonna weigh myself first and then weigh myself after the dump and see if there's a difference? I have. I don't think I've ever seen the dump. I don't think I've ever seen weight go down.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever dumped a
I
pound.
think I have. I've never a pound, but if you have a scale that does like tenth of pounds,
you need fine measurements.
I think Trevor said that he had to pee really badly and measured himself on our scale, and I think he said he lost 0.3 pounds.
Can you pee while you're on the scale?
Yeah.
Watch the number go down.
I did 0.6 pounds of pee the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So yes, I do this sometimes. I don't write it down though.
I think dumps are spongier than you
because
think
that
they
would
are.
be gross.
That's my other spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet.
She got dumps like a truck. Truck.
Yeah. No, I'll stop. No more spreadsheets. But yeah, I don't know if that was correct because 0.6 seems like a lot of pee. What are you laughing
I'm
at?
just wondering what other shit you have spreadsheets for you don't want to talk
I don't
about.
want to talk about it. Let's not.
Well, let me consult my semen output spreadsheet.
The hard part there is, do you measure by volume or by weight?
Sure.
Of jizz?
I'm kidding.
I would imagine it would change depending on how hydrated you were.
Right.
Did I ever tell you about the spreadsheet I kept? I probably shouldn't say her name, but there was another girl who worked here.
Becca.
No. But it was someone who, her and I were single at the same time after being in a relationship for a while.
Oh, I know who it was.
And so both of us were on dating apps and stuff like that. And so we had a shared spreadsheet of all the guys we would go on dates with so that we would make sure we wouldn't
You'd never
cross the streams. But we also like filled out stats of like
Penis size?
no,
All right, it was just stat. It was
but
just stat.
just in terms of like, would we want to see this person again? Should we avoid this person in the future? Blah, blah, blah. Just for us to be aware of people who we would see on dating apps. But it's probably a pretty terrible thing to do.
What, to reduce people to just like numbers?
They didn't know.
Did you give them ratings?
No?
Oh, you did.
You did. What was the scale?
I bet they had their own like algorithm where if a bunch of different numbers, like the dick size and like all the other stuff,
also, like-
adds to like a letter. Like that person's a B.
This is also stuff that we started this spreadsheet as a joke at first. And like, there was like maybe like 4 people on it. Like we didn't keep up with it.
Own it. You got to like own this, Barbara.
I know.
You can't be coy about it. You got to be like, yeah, we measured this shit.
If it was me, like if I was using a dating app, I would be measuring like the effectiveness of different profile photos.
Yeah.
Like what photo gets the most positive interactions versus negative interactions.
But it's also like this is a good way to remember because like, I'm sorry, every fucking guy has the same fucking name. They're all Chris. They're all Mike. They're all Dave.
Why don't
like
you try
they're
to be
all
a
the same.
Gustavo? See? That's a fucking-
G-Jeff.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Did you date a Dave?
Yeah, I went on a date with the Dave.
How was Dave?
Eh.
Really? Is he like a C?
He was just like more entertaining on text than he was in person.
Oh, really? He only got 3 penis stars?
That was probably
He got 3 balls out of 2.
maybe he was just nervous, Barbara.
Maybe, but also like you could tell if you're going to connect with someone pretty quickly if you're
Maybe
having
you're
conversations.
intimidating.
It's different talking in person versus like a text-based medium, right? Like you don't have time to think up your reply or
Yeah.
be witty. Like you have to be.
And I totally
on
get
top of
that.
it.
But if you're on a date with someone for a couple hours and like it's literally like pulling conversation.
Yeah, no,
out of
I'm not
someone,
defending him.
Yeah,
I'm saying like you learn a lot more about someone when you're actually
for sure.
face-to-face
I mean, I could
talking.
be way more clever in text than I am in person because you got time and you could actually like.
You made a funny joke earlier.
Thank you. My one after 8 years. I
You
did
should
it.
just try taking the same amount of time in person that you would over text. So just be sat there like this.
Just pretend like you didn't hear it. Just wait. Like, sorry, I was busy. I just heard it right now.
Yep.
I was on the phone. Like, no, you weren't. I see you. You're right in front of me.
Do you do that sometimes when if you're focused on something and someone says something, you just store it outside of your brain for a bit? And then when you're done, you then hear it. Have you done that?
Yeah, I think I have had that happen
It's weird how
before.
that works. Like you don't register any of the information, but you can kind of
Compartmentalize
hear what
it.
they said. Yeah.
You like buffer it. And then you
Yeah.
finish and you're like, oh, what?
Oh, what?
I feel like
Must be
stuff like
so
that
annoying.
would come up a lot in the call center. When you'd be like, somebody be talking to you, but you're listening to a conversation over there and you're like, okay. Now I can respond to you.
Yeah, we were recording something over here earlier, and it was kind of like that, where it's like a big group of people, like all kind of talking to each other at the same time. And I was trying to listen to like 2 or 3 different people. I'd be like, all right, get to you in a second here, and then like work your way backwards through
I think we could kind of tease what we were
a couple of conversations.
doing.
You want to? It's up to you.
I think so. Yeah, we're
Teasing the shit out of stuff tonight.
trying out some D&D content. And Gus, with all of his expertise, is probably going to be leading the charge as our
As your dungeon daddy?
dungeon
Was that
daddy.
test today?
No.
Yeah, I was like, don't call me a dungeon master. Call me your dungeon daddy.
It wasn't a test today. It was building our characters.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you guys were testing on Friday or
Yeah,
something.
we're doing a test on Friday,
Okay.
but today was a character generation and stuff.
How'd that go?
It was good.
Do you want to
That's
share?
where we were talking with Chris, and that's where he had the mask upside down. And
Do you want to share who was in the test?
I totally missed.
Chris, Barb, you're DMing. Or I'm sorry, you're DDing.
Yeah, that's right. Double D's.
I'm really glad you said yes to that too. People are so scared of you that there was a meeting where we were determining who should be the DM. And in the meeting, I was like, well, I can talk to him. I know how to speak Gus. And people were like, oh, what do you think? And then you were walking by, so I ran out and I grabbed you. And people were like, we're trying to figure out, is he going to say yes? Is he going to say no? And I'm like, people are really scared of you.
What the fuck? Why?
They shouldn't be.
You're an intimidating dude.
I was telling, I was telling-
Always down.
I was
think you're a
talking to
fucking
Chris
idiot,
Damaris
but-
this the other day, or like last month or 2 months ago. I was like, I feel like people who work here don't want to come and talk to me. He's like, well, I feel like you're super approachable. I was like, well, yeah, you've known me for a long time. Like,
I feel like you're one of the people who are like always down to do whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're super easygoing and stuff. I think it's because people assume that because you're one of the founders of the company that it's like, ooh, we don't want to bother him with this like little thing or make him involved in something that we're doing.
I get that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, it's really just, it takes 2 seconds to realize that Gus and I are fucking stupid. We're just idiots.
Yeah.
It's very easy to talk to us because we're dumb.
we're dumb and we like attention.
Yeah.
So people should just walk up to you with like a maths problem and just give it to you and then talk to you while you're solving it.
Say that they need help with a spreadsheet.
But no, you were being very, very patient with us because most of the people in that room have either never played or have very limited experience with Dungeons and Dragons.
So yeah, I was getting a lot of questions. That's what it was. It was like queuing them up, like, all right, and then like trying to work.
Yeah, you're like, all right,
backwards
she
through all
asked
of
me
them.
that, but this person asked me that before that, so I'm going to answer you first and then go back to you.
I feel like you enjoy giving knowledge. Like you enjoy when you're an expert in a subject and people want to know it.
Yeah, you want to talk about spreadsheets and figuring out
Gus, I'd like
power
you,
consumption?
talk to me about pivot tables.
Man, when I learned about pivot table, that was life changing. I never used a pivot table before.
Telenetwork.
I started using them with Yvonne.
Oh, really? I had to use them at TNI when I was doing scheduling.
I think because you did the schedule. I never did that.
Fucking hated pivot
I don't know.
tables.
Why the fuck did you do the schedule?
What do you know about subnet modulation?
Why is that your go-to?
Just the noise you always
Fucking just making up words. So there was that. So you mentioned Black Box Down.
Yeah.
It's another thing that we want to be working on that we're still kind of figuring out, but hopefully we'll be.
But we will
doing more
figure it
about
out.
soon. Yeah. So we were trying to come up with a list of airplane incidents that we could talk about on when we go forward with the show. And so we were working, all of us together were working on like coming up with all these different incidents that happened. And we did this. We were doing this over the past couple of weeks, and I had grouped 3 together. There were 3 in particular that I wanted to do. I thought it would make, because that pilot episode we did, which is available for first members, the pilot episode covered a few different incidents that were all kind of related to one underlying issue on a Boeing plane. So I thought, we might want to do that again. So I had compiled 3 different incidents where planes were shot down by missiles. And I was like, we should do this as, a self-contained episode, all like this. And then that fucking plane in Iran the other day got shot down. It's like, that's a 4th one. So it's like, it's weird how these things can be cyclical or topical. Like, how, like, the same thing can happen again. Because even the Boeing one we did as a test, it was like, problems with the 737, underlying issue. Then it comes out like, there's a problem with all of these planes. They all need to be fixed, which is still what's going on with the MAX now. But anyway, in this passenger jet in Iran, it's fucking terrible.
Heartbreaking.
Did they say that was a mistake?
Yeah.
At first they said they didn't shoot the plane down. Then they said that the plane had banked incorrectly. It was headed towards a military base. Then finally they said, no, the plane didn't do anything wrong. They thought it was a missile.
I don't understand that trickle of information too, because they also announced at the beginning, they're like, we absolutely didn't shoot it down. It was turning back to base for a mechanical error issue or whatever. They're also in the process of giving over the black box data to the Ukraine. People are going to know it got shot down.
I think they were just hoping they could cover it up, right? It's like when you're a kid and you're like trying to hide something from your parents.
Yeah.
I mean, they were trying to hide the crash site, like they bulldozed over it.
I guess it was. I guess it was the black boxes were partially damaged too, so maybe they were hoping that the bomb part or the missile part didn't show up.
They haven't found any remains, right? And is that just?
I don't know. They probably have.
Okay, I read some article that they hadn't found anything from anybody.
Oh, that would be very unusual.
Yeah. Well, it's just like if they were trying to cover something up when it happened.
Yeah, but that's terrifying.
It's heartbreaking.
Like, no fault of anybody on that plane, no fault of the airline, of the manufacturer.
Just fucking wrong place at the wrong time on the wrong fucking day.
Bad situation because of world political tensions.
Wasn't there a bunch of Canadians on that flight?
There were, like half of the flight was Canadian.
Wasn't it like 60 something?
Yeah, I think so.
Which I was surprised if I wasn't aware that many Canadians would be in that place.
It makes me wonder if like maybe they were just trying to get out of the country. I
think that's what it was. There were a lot of them were just trying to get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just a normal like that many Canadians flying in and out of the Ukraine on a Wednesday.
Well, there was Iran.
I think they were flying into Ukraine.
But. I think that's a popular leg. I think there's a big Iranian immigrant population in Edmonton, Canada, which I think is where they were all headed back to. So I think that's like a popular route is like from Iran to the Ukraine, then back to Canada.
Yeah.
That's the way that they normally fly.
That makes sense.
Super, super sucky.
Yeah. There was so then
it's just fucking pointless. Like those people are dead for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, same thing happened. What was it? The Malaysia Airlines a few years ago. Malaysia 17 got shot down over eastern Ukraine.
Yeah.
By Russians.
Russian separatists.
Right. It's like fuck. It's like just being on a plane and you get shot down by a missile.
Then not the way I want to go.
What were the other two? The other two I had on there were there was a Korean Airlines flight that got shot down by a Soviet fighter plane in the 80s. And the other one, the other one was an Iranian air flight that got shot down by the U.S.
Man.
In the 70s or 80s?
Do you remember that Russian fighter pilot movie from the 80s? Firefox? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Foxfire? Firefox.
Firefox. Yeah, it was like Clint Eastwood,
right? Yeah, Clint Eastwood movie. Yeah.
I remember that.
I don't know why, it just popped into my head.
Was Foxfire a different movie?
Foxfire is a different movie, I think.
I think I've seen that.
That's the one with Angelina Jolie in it, right? Yeah. She did a lesbian scene, right? Yeah. Is that what you heard?
Foxfire, 1996 film.
Yeah.
You guys into Angelina Jolie?
What'd you say?
Are you into her?
Oh, I thought you asked if I entered her.
Would you?
God damn. Am I into Angelina Jolie?
Yeah. Like, is she your type?
I think she's everybody's type.
Yeah.
Some people are just transcendent, right? Like, they're just like, they were talking about this, I think they were talking about this on this gossip podcast I listened to, where it's like Margot Robbie's the same kind of thing, where she's just like almost too pretty, or almost too attractive.
Her in, what was it? Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Is that the movie she's in?
Where she's in the bathtub? Oh, no, that's, yeah.
No, where she's in that pink dress and she has like her leg up and she's pushing Leonardo DiCaprio. I questioned everything about myself in that moment.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I feel some people would just be too attractive for sexuality in general, where it's like it's irrelevant.
Yeah,
you would just see them and nut.
Charlize Theron's like that to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like just like too pretty to be real.
Yeah.
You know, and she just gets more attractive the older she gets. Like she's prettier today than the day she was in her first movie, which was probably like 2 Days in the Valley or one of those. And she's just like she's prettier now in her 40s than she was in her 20s. It's crazy. Genetics
Get better
and hard work, I assume.
You guys saw
combination.
Hustlers when it was out?
Yeah.
I did see Hustlers. I saw it recently.
Hell yeah.
Fucking J-Lo in that
Hell
movie is
yes.
insane. She's what, 50?
She's in her 50s.
Yeah.
What is she drinking?
Water. I mean,
like baby blood, right? I don't know.
It was
stem cells? She's drinking stem cells?
I'm sure.
Blood
I'm
transfusions?
sure she looked great to begin with, but I'm sure she probably worked her ass off even more.
Oh, for
knowing
sure.
that
For
she was
sure.
going to do that movie.
Yeah.
But 50. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. That was a good movie.
You know what that means, Gus? There's hope for us yet. We're not 50.
I'm going to turn it around.
Yeah.
The first 40 years of my life weren't great.
What are you,
50.
44?
44.
And you're 42?
I'll be 42 next month.
Okay. Going up.
Soon.
You don't look a day over 35.
Ah, thank you very much.
You've aged down.
Well, I de-bloated and I tried to unfuck myself.
But also, like, your face looks younger.
What's that?
You defucked. You had it right.
Thanks, man.
Are you doing any, like, skincare stuff?
No. I mean,
moisturizer.
My girlfriend owns a salon, right? So I get product that I'm told to use from time to time, but I certainly wouldn't say it's regimented or with any kind of regularity.
Is it when you start falling apart, she like gives you something like, here, put this on?
I think so, yeah. It's like sort of like, don't go outside yet. Put that on, you know.
Yeah. You're looking a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm having a thing now where I realize that in winter, now I get dry skin, which was never a thing I had before.
You lotioning up every night?
Not every night, but yeah, every now and then. It's like, gotta put some lotion on.
Have you noticed any other changes like that where you're just like,
my
body's
balls are
different
hanging
now?
lower.
Yeah.
That's a joke. They're not.
I mean, my balls
I got
definitely are.
Gray hair on my balls.
Gray hair is rough.
That's true. That's like, I'm not really going gray anywhere other than my balls.
You
Maybe
pull
a little side of my head.
I have gray hair on my balls as well, and I have pulled it on occasion, and
why?
it's just I'd be like, oh fuck, gross, get it out of there. And then gray hair is bigger and hard, like thicker than normal hair, and it's like ripping your dick off.
Yeah, I bet.
So
that
I don't do
hurts.
that anymore.
No.
I just I'm gracefully gray down there.
Yeah, I found gray chest hair, and they're like little tubes. They're like hollow and thicker.
Yeah.
It's cool.
They're more coarse.
Yeah.
Gray hair.
You found a gray?
Not yet. Although it's harder for me to tell because I'm blonde, so there could be some grays in there that I just don't know about.
Do you color your hair at all?
Yeah, I get some highlights. I get blonde highlights. My natural hair color is like pretty dark blonde. You can see it like under there. But yeah, I've been doing that for 10 years at this point. Yeah. So my entire adult life, basically.
It's a lie.
It is. It is a lie.
Do you know who Michael Schumacher is?
Yeah.
The F1 driver?
Yeah.
Because he had a skiing accident.
Right. That was like 5 years ago now?
I think it was 2013. I was just reading about it because I'd forgotten that happened. And he's like all messed up and in a wheelchair and can't communicate well. And it's because he like fell while skiing and he hit his head on a rock.
Fuck.
And it was interesting because that rock was just sat there his entire life on that cliff, waiting for him to just smack his head on it. If you could go back in time and just move the rock for him, but it would take like a week off your life, would you do it?
I mean,
I was asking Dan this on the way here. I was like, what if it cost you a year? And he was like, hell no. And I was like, what if it cost you a week? And he was like,
Like, I don't know the guy, but it's bad that it happened to him. If it took me a week to move it, I'd probably move it.
Here's the thing. Here's why that's a slippery slope. Because if it could happen once, then and people know you did it, then you're going to start getting more rock requests.
I would assume nobody knows that you do
and then
it.
it'd be like, but you know this person. Oh, so it's complete anonymity?
That's what I assume.
I think you could choose for it to be anonymous.
What if he's a terrible person?
Oh, he might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just thought it was sad that he had such a successful career and then he just like smashed his head.
Yeah.
It's like so sudden.
He survived all those potential car wrecks and
what if it
Sonny
didn't...
Bonehead.
What if it didn't cost you any of your life physically, but you had to like pay and go there.
I had to pay and go there. Where was it? Was it like in Switzerland or something?
I think it was in French Alps or something. I don't know.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Somewhere,
I've never been to the French Alps. I mean,
Can I go?
could I make maybe I could make a vacation out of
We
it?
can make content.
Yeah.
I asked this to Dad as well, and he was like, "Well, yeah, because I could go skiing at the same
Yeah, that's what I
time."
was thinking.
He was just like, "Oh, just take care of this before I leave. Just move the rock."
Yeah. I could take a vacation and then help someone out.
Do you think there's any snow on that mountain in Australia where we went skiing at in 2004?
Sure.
Right now because of the fires and stuff?
Oops. Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Fire can't go up a mountain.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. The elevation.
Because the oxygen's thinner.
Right, exactly.
You can't climb.
There's no fire.
Yeah.
How's that? What's the status on that right now? The Australian fires.
I think they're on. It's still.
They're still
under fire.
They're just
It's
not
still on fire,
being
yeah.
contained whatsoever. Fuck, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You see this thing about Jeff Bezos donating, I think it was like $650,000 or Amazon or whatever it was. And then someone's like, yeah, this model on Instagram who was taking naked photos donated got $700,000. But the richest man in the world is donating $650,000, which you're still donating money.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but people are, I guess, charity shaming him.
Every bit helps, right?
Right.
But yeah, there are people like Chris Hemsworth who donated like $1 million.
Yeah.
And I saw people telling him, like, why can't you donate $2 million and challenge everyone else in the Marvel universe to do it as well? It's like, I mean, the guy's giving a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's comparing.
We also assume that celebrities like Chris Hemsworth are worth like way more money than they might actually be worth. You know, like I was really surprised when Heath Ledger died. I remember reading that his net worth was only like $600,000.
Wow.
When it was all said and done, like he only had like $650,000 in assets or something, which is why that movie, it was a British movie or a movie that was filmed in England with like Johnny Depp and a bunch of people. They all donated the money they made from the movie to
I remember that,
his
yeah.
daughter to help provide for her future because he just didn't leave her a lot because he didn't have a lot. You know,
I wonder if that's from not making a ton or just from spending a lot.
A little bit of everything, and plus you got to think too. Like at that level, like a guy like Heath Ledger, or a guy like Chris Hemsworth has an agent and a manager. There goes 20% of your money right there. Taxes, fucking like it goes away quickly at that level. Like one of those things where you make $20 million on a movie and then you have $9 million in your pocket, which is still a shitload of money, but you know, like it goes away very quickly.
Honestly, you might not even have that much. Just taxes alone.
Yeah.
And then everything else. Yeah.
What's the highest bracket?
Currently, is it like 35%?
I think so. Used to be a lot higher.
So it's way higher than that.
Just for income? No, I don't think so.
No,
I think
so.
there's other special types of money you can get that are taxed higher. Like I think inheritance tax is higher than that.
But the more money you make, the easier it is to hide that money.
Right.
And not pay taxes on it, which is why companies like Amazon don't pay taxes. You know.
It's the highest tax bracket in the USA.
Man, they should donate all the money that they would have paid in taxes to Australia. They could buy Australia probably.
37%.
37%.
Wow.
But it's like it's just like being a movie star doesn't mean you're rich. You know, those people don't make, or the people that are rich in like by orders of like crazy orders of magnitude, like fucking the amount of money that Robert Downey Jr. made off of Marvel as opposed to Mark Ruffalo. It's like incalculable, you know, because he had that crazy back end deal.
Isn't he like the highest paid actor in Hollywood, Robert Downey Jr.?
I don't know if he is now, but his deal, because he was kind of considered washed up when they hired him, his deal, he got that back end deal. He makes money on every Marvel movie, I think, that Iron Man appears in, even if he does, or maybe even if he doesn't appear in.
Yeah.
Like
Something like that.
he was on Stern insinuating that the last movie, I want to say, Eric, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you probably heard this, but it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like $150 million he made off the last movie alone.
Wow.
Is that both of them? Or
I don't know.
I think just the last one.
I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Probably probably both. I don't know. And that's just me. I might be misremembering that, but it's like it's crazy how much money you can potentially make.
Yeah.
Or how much money you won't if you got a bad agent, or you're untalented, or you're an unproven or easily replaced actor or actress. You know.
Man, I'm speaking of movies, I'm happy. You know, they announced the Academy Award nominations today. I'm happy that Parasite got a nomination for Best Picture.
Yeah, it
and
did.
wasn't just relegated to like Best Foreign Language Film or Best International Film.
It's in there as well. Do you think
They changed the name? It's not Best Foreign Language Film anymore. Now it's Best International Film.
Gotcha.
Do you think it has a shot of winning Best Picture, or do you think they'll just give it the Best
They're
International?
going to give it international.
Yeah.
I think out of all the movies that are nominated that I've seen, which I think is most of them, I think it's my favorite out of them.
It's 11 movies, right?
9 for Best Picture.
Can you name them all?
Let me look them up.
It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is a fantastic movie.
Not Best Picture quality.
Not Best Picture.
It's okay.
It's a really good movie, but it's not the Best
Jojo
Picture.
Rabbit is up there.
Jojo Rabbit is in there.
Isn't Scarlett
Parasite.
Johansson twice?
Parasite. Scarlett Johansson is nominated for Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah. One
because
for
of
JoJo,
Marriage
one
Story.
For Marriage Story, yeah.
Which I can't watch because it's a Noah
Okay.
Baumbach film, which
Best-
means it's going to be sad as fuck.
Best Picture, Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, and that's it.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen 1917 though.
I
hear
haven't
it's
either.
fantastic.
Yeah, people really say
Or
that's
Little
good.
Women.
We were just talking before the podcast about Uncut Gems.
Oh, yeah.
And how you
and
and
I
I
both saw it last night.
Yeah, and you guys haven't seen it?
Not yet.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
It's hard to watch. It was technically a very good movie.
Yes.
And performance-wise, very good performances.
Very interesting stylistically and
Yes.
yeah.
But it's hard to enjoy a film where there's no likable or redeemable character in the movie. It's hard to have emotional buy-in.
For me, it was that mixed with I have trouble with movies and TV shows where there's multiple characters talking at once, but literally the entire time, and they're always yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas just like I just want to understand who's saying what and what's going on here, and it was constantly at an 11.
I mean, is that done because they want the audience to not really understand what's being said?
I think it's tension. They're trying to build tension through that whole movie.
Like you're stressed out the entire time.
It's like a series of escalatingly bad choices over and over and over again. And every time you see an out, the characters choose not to take that out.
But that's almost like you could say the same thing about Breaking Bad.
Yes, except I think that there is I think that Walter White's character is a little more nuanced, and you can understand the reason he's doing a lot of the stuff he does.
But by the end, it's all reprehensible, bad decisions.
Sure. But at some point, you liked Walter White.
That's true.
And you liked Jesse pretty much all the way through.
Yeah.
At least I did.
Yeah.
I found Jesse to be a redemptive character and a likable character all the
Yeah, I
way
guess
through
maybe
the show.
that story's more about him.
Adam Sandler plays a prick, and he's a prick the entire movie. And there's never a moment when he's not a prick.
And everyone in that movie is a prick.
And everyone in that movie, except for Kevin Garnett, who's just he's just weird.
He's just Kevin Garnett.
He's just being Kevin Garnett. Everybody in that movie's a fucking prick.
Yeah.
It's funny you said that because I kind of felt the same way when I watched Joker.
Yeah, no,
Like-
I totally agree.
Kind of a despicable character. Is like, are you supposed to cheer for him? Like he's the villain?
Is he an anti-hero?
Right.
No, he's a prick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Knives Out should have had more nominations. Did it have any?
Let me see if I can find it out.
Considered snubbed?
It was a really clever movie.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was best. I don't think it should win movie of the year.
No.
But it was a really good movie.
Knives Out was nominated for Best Writing Original Screenplay.
I can see that.
I get that.
They greenlit a sequel to that.
Yeah. About Benoit Blanc, who's the character Daniel Craig plays.
I finally
So
saw.
much fun.
You've been talking about it forever. I finally saw Jojo Rabbit
Yeah.
the other day.
What'd you think?
It was good. I thought that when I watched it, I thought the first half wasn't as good as the back half. Like I felt like the first half was kind of okay, like it's fine, but then like the back half really pays it off. And like by the time the movie's over, I was like, that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love films that use such strategic comedy writing throughout so that whenever there's something really devastating that happens, it pays off so much stronger. Because your emotions are at such a high that is such a low that just like really gets you.
The fucking scene where Stephen Merchant and the Gestapo come over and everyone's just Heil Hitlering each other, and it's
So
like
funny.
over and over. It's like a Heil Hitler a second for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I would love to see the script pages.
Did any of you guys see Marriage Story?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I feel like Trevor and I were talking about that. We're like, we feel like we need to be in the right mindset to watch that.
He's a really talented dude, Noah Baumbach, but he just makes disturbing stuff.
What
Like
other ones?
Well, he did. His first movie was a movie called Kicking and Screaming, which is a great coming of age college movie. Not the Will Ferrell Kicking and Screaming. It was one before that. But he made a movie. He co-wrote Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I did not like. But he
did Squid and the Whale.
He made Squid and the Whale, which is another movie about divorce, but it's about the kids going through the divorce, not the parents.
Oh.
But it's heartbreaking. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Squid and the Whale, but you'll leave that movie going, that was a fantastic movie, but boy, do I feel bad about myself and everything when it's over. I just assume that Marriage Story will be the same kind of thing because that's kind of him. But I don't know.
I'm curious to see it now because I want to see Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson's performance.
Supposedly phenomenal.
Yeah.
Was he nominated for anything?
Adam Driver?
I think he was also nominated for Best Actor, no?
Actor in the leading role for Marriage Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He's very good.
He's a great actor.
I watched the first few seasons of Girls.
He's great in that.
Yeah, I liked him so much in Girls.
He's half the reason to watch the first few seasons of Girls. Mm-hmm. He's fantastic through that whole thing.
I forgot he was in that.
Did they still make that? Did that end, that show?
It's over, yeah. It ended a while ago.
Yeah, I think I watched the first 3 seasons.
That's what I watched, first 3.
Something like that, yeah. Then I stopped.
We finally watched Silicon Valley. You guys seen that show?
I've seen the first half of the first season.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Nip Tuck.
Not to be confused with Nip Tuck. We finally finished it. I know I talked on the podcast about us watching it, but we actually finished it. We just blasted through. It's only 6 seasons.
Worth getting through?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is there a best season?
I think the first 2 seasons are still my favorite. But that show, and this is something you need to prepare for, which you'll pick up quickly watching that show, is that show has such a formula to it of people making terrible, terrible decisions and somehow finding a miraculous way through it. Or something happens that just essentially makes that point moot completely.
It's one of those shows that I know I would love if I watched it more, and I love Mike Judge. I really do. I love everything Mike Judge does, pretty much, except for Idiocracy. And I just kind of jacked it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't stop talking about it for so long that he kind of turned me off to it. And it takes a while to get past that.
He turned you off on it?
Yeah.
Would you say he jacked off?
Yeah, he jacked it off. Yeah. That's what he did at Breaking Bad. It took me a long time to get into Breaking Bad because of him. He jacked it off.
I think I started watching Breaking Bad.
He was jacking that show off so hard.
I think I started watching Breaking Bad because I knew Shannon was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I want to watch the show to get to that point.
I forget he's in it every time I watch it. I'm like, oh,
crazy.
God, so cool.
Fucking crazy.
And the fact that he just has a one-on-one scene with Bryan Cranston. How cool is that?
That's
so
super
cool.
fucking cool.
Hey, did any of you guys watch the Eddie Murphy SNL?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think of it?
I thought it was good.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really good. I thought, I can't remember all of the skits right now off the top of my head, but I didn't think there was anything that was particularly bad. Normally you watch an episode, you're like, they're kind of
the Gumby stuff was okay on the news, but that was the closest thing to falling flat to me.
The Gumby stuff was irrelevant nowadays.
Yeah.
Nobody really even knows what the fuck Gumby is.
Yeah. But his Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood that he brought back and I thought it was fantastic. It was really, and I was surprised I didn't hear I heard a fair amount of chatter leading up to it, and then I just feel like after it came out, I didn't see a lot of people talking about it, but I thought it was totally lived up to the hype.
Well, I mean, that might be best case, honestly, because he came back and no one's like, oh, it was terrible. He came back and it's just
killed it.
He just kept going, just like he never left, just on top of his game still.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, that's probably best case scenario for that kind of thing. Yeah.
Talk about an impossible standard to have to live up to and all that time. And he was able to do it.
Is he the biggest star ever to come out of SNL?
You would have to, that boils down to who's the biggest star.
Highest grossing?
He's probably made the most money because of, if for no other reason, for Shrek.
He was the highest grossing actor of all time for a while. Then he took a back seat for a little bit. I think Tom Hanks is now, or Sam Jackson is up there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, next to, Robert Downey Jr., Adam Sandler.
Robert Downey Jr.?
He was on SNL for one season.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I want to say 86. Right. It was the same time Julia Louis-Dreyfus was on. I'm trying to think of who else. Will Ferrell, I guess, would be up there.
Oh, yeah.
Tina Fey.
This fucking list. I'm looking at a Business Insider list of the most successful SNL alumni, and this can't be a correct list. It's got Chris Rock, Rob Schneider, Mike Myers, Kevin Nealon, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. Like some of those obviously very successful, some of them less successful. Like it seems weird to. I mean, there's 25 people on this list. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but just like reading the first few, it's like that's a very inconsistent list.
In terms of revenue, I would say it's probably got to be Eddie Murphy or Adam Sandler, and I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Sandler had more money than Eddie Murphy because Adam Sandler produces all his own shit, and he pumps out so much content. Still, I mean, he puts out like 4 Netflix movies a year now. But that's real money.
Yeah, but I mean, remember after the Sony Pictures email hack, like they were just talking shit about him the whole time. Like they don't understand why he was getting such good deals. I felt like the studio felt like they were getting the short end of the stick and making deals with him.
I do remember that.
That he was the one profiting off of his own movies.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so it might like that may have been the case for a while. But maybe that's why he's doing all the Netflix stuff now. Maybe he's like out of the traditional studio system and just working over there with Netflix.
That's the goal, though, right? Just get to the point where you can just make whatever you want.
Yeah,
and like we kind of do that here.
All those movies are good too. Like that. Have you guys seen that movie he did with the Netflix movie he did with what's her face? Rachel from Friends.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. That was great. The murder mystery movie.
Was it?
Yeah, it's totally fun.
What was it called again?
Murder mystery. Was that?
Oh, it was actually called Murder Mystery.
I think so, or something like that.
I think it is called Murder Mystery.
It was great.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
The one he did with David Spade, where he was like an old high school friend and wore a leather jacket. That one was great. There were a lot of decent ones. The Sandy Wexler was terrible.
The trailer for that looked awful.
The movie was worse.
I don't think I could finish that trailer.
It was not good, but like he's had a lot of really. It's like a lot of his Netflix stuff's decent.
Yeah.
Did I read that Netflix is going to have 24 films this year?
Did you?
It's either Netflix or one of the other services, but I thought it was Netflix is going to have 24 original films.
It's like 2 a month.
Yeah.
Seems high for what they typically put out.
I know. It's like it's kicking into overdrive.
They had 24 nominations. Is that what you were reading?
No.
Number of Netflix movies.
I feel like I hardly ever watch movies on Netflix anymore.
Same.
They're mostly just, I don't know, a lot of good stuff on Hulu and HBO.
I feel like it's mainly because no one really talks about them. Like I don't ever, no one here says like, oh, you've seen this Netflix movie?
Well, the people were like that with like Bird Box. I mean, it comes out every now and then.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I binged all of The Witcher this weekend, which was like 8 episodes. That's like 8 hours. That's 4 movies.
Are you also playing the video game?
It made me want to reinstall the video game and play it again.
Trevor watched all of The Witcher. Now he's playing the video game.
Yeah, I was like, that was really good. Like, I need to reinstall that.
I didn't make it past the first episode. I gotta go back.
The first episode was the weakest one.
Mm-hmm.
Then it got really strong. I think episodes like 2 through 5 were amazing. Start to falter a little bit at 6, and then I think it kind of like it's weird to say. I felt like that season could have used another episode. Like they could have had a little more time to flesh some stuff out. I feel like some arcs were kind of just like cut.
Yeah. I'm having trouble watching stuff because of this goddamn Jim's Award achievement.
Well, and your TikTok addiction probably doesn't help.
Yeah, that's bedtime. That's bedtime
You're
stuff.
spending an hour a day watching
That's
TikTok.
in bed, like I'm all falling asleep.
That's a percentage of the day.
I don't have a TV in my bedroom.
You got a phone? It's got Netflix on it?
Are you still playing Halo?
Well, I didn't have Millie last week, so I couldn't. But we will. I have her this week, so yeah, we will. We're going to finish Halo 1 this week.
How much would it take for you to learn a TikTok dance?
I just do it right now for free.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
Do it.
No, I mean, I don't know one right now. Well, that was...
That, you know when you try and start a generator but you don't get it on the first pump? You're like... you get it on the second one? That's what that was like.
Yeah.
Can you floss?
I'm not doing that shit again. There's a video of me, Millie teaching me to floss in Spain somewhere. It was on Instagram.
I just see a lot of this.
Do you?
Like this, I see this on TikTok. I don't know what it's like. People,
I don't know what.
It's like a dance move. You don't
Really?
see that a lot?
I don't know that I've seen that one.
What is that,
All the
Eric?
time. He doesn't know.
Why would I know? Have
He's
you
not hip.
seen me? Why would I know that?
You're always on TikTok.
What?
All the time. I pass by you and you're
Are you
like looking
outing
at TikTok.
his TikTok addiction?
Yeah, like nonstop.
I don't like this. Dude. No, I'm not for this.
You know, on a
This is
phone,
uncouth.
you can see your app usage. What's your TikTok?
I don't have TikTok.
God, mine is
Sly.
embarrassing, probably.
This sucks. This is a shitty rumor.
Don't be ashamed.
You're not on camera. You can't refute it.
It's okay, man. I'm fucking TikTok's awesome.
Are you worried that
I'm right there with you.
Are you worried
You're
that
cold,
TikTok's
please.
not cool, Eric?
No, I have no interest in it. They killed Vine. I don't care.
They
It's so
did
much
kill
better
Vine.
than Vine.
Vine killed Vine. Whatever.
TikTok's a way better version of Vine than Vine was.
No.
Are you looking at your hours?
Yes.
I don't know where to find it.
Oh.
Where do you find your
Wait,
hours?
screen time and usage?
Ooh.
I think that's what it is. I only ever get the weekly report. So
I
every
just
time
wait
ever
for
look at
Sunday
it, I'm like,
morning. Yeah.
Oh, I used my phone more this week, or I used my phone less this week.
And then do you just go, cool? And
Yeah,
not
that's it.
really
It's
take
like,
anything.
oh, I sent more text messages this week than last week. That's weird.
I should do nothing
But
about
you love
this.
data.
Yeah,
You need to correlate that and put it in a
But that's
spreadsheet.
not important to me. We see you're going to start something bad because now I'm thinking I should be saving that every week. And
Data's
then graphing
beautiful.
like a year-long
Yeah.
You can
trend.
that's probably built in.
What is the average number of texts you send in a week throughout the course of 2020?
See, it doesn't parse that data.
One to me each week.
Sometimes two. I think I sent you 3
Podcast?
last week.
Question mark.
Oh, because they've got a pre-record.
Yeah, because we got a
You,
pre-record.
you did
coming
a
up.
follow-up one.
I didn't want to ask all at once. It's like one confirmation, another one confirmation.
Gavin did the very Gavin-y texts with me over the holidays where he texted me and said, I miss you. And I said,
That was personal.
oh, I miss you too.
That was a personal text.
I miss you too. And we should hang out soon. And then he just never responded.
Ah, bullshit. Did I really not?
And he didn't respond for like a week.
Bull.
I had. Did you? He's looking it up.
Yeah.
He's searching on his phone. Like he didn't.
Where are you on this?
He can't find you in his text messages.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Here we go.
He's loading.
Well, no, I immediately replied. There's that bit.
Well, you can't talk about that bit.
But you didn't reply about hanging out.
There was no off to hang out.
All right.
Hey, you want to hang out?
Yes. That's the first time you've ever asked me.
Bull.
Let's do
Bullshit, these lies on this podcast.
Also, pay Barbara back for that ticket.
I always want to hang out, and I did.
I had a weird thing happen to me this past weekend. I was at the grocery store, and I was walking down the aisle, and
Do you go to H-E-B or Central Market or Whole Foods?
this particular time I was at Whole Foods.
Okay.
And I was walking down the aisle, and someone was there, and he looks at me and goes, "Gus?" And I thought it was like someone recognized me from Rooster Teeth stuff. And I go, "Yeah, hey, what's going on?" And I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, it's my old roommate from college."
Joe?
No, like from when I was actually at Rice.
Oh.
Were you halfway through giving him an autograph?
I was getting ready to be like, oh, and I was
Want
like,
a selfie?
oh, I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's just like so weird, out of context, to see someone that you haven't seen like in 20 years.
The last time you saw him was in Houston.
The last time I saw this person was actually in Austin.
Oh, okay.
He had moved up here for a bit. I bumped into him literally 18 and a half years ago. It was 2001 the last time I saw this guy. And being like, oh,
what's he up to?
How's it going? Right? Like, what are you up to? What's going on? It was just like so weird to have that moment where like I'm expecting it's someone who recognizes me because of work. It's like, oh no, it's someone who knew me before all of that.
2001.
Yeah.
You could have asked him what he thought of every single Halo game.
I like how that's you contextualize time.
Do you not like put stuff?
No.
How do you file time? I usually do it by like what I was doing. At that time.
Then he had like 2 kids who ran up to him who were both like teenagers. I'm like, oh.
And they were like, Gus?
they were like, it was like, you have kids now. Like,
damn.
The last time I saw you, like these humans did not exist.
Yeah, I wonder, is Millie enjoying Halo? That was made before she was born.
Yeah.
Do you ever play a video game that was made before you were born? Were there any?
What video game would have been made before he was born?
Before 1975? Maybe Pong.
No, I think Pong might have been 75.
I can't think of it any.
Solitaire.
Chat, Gus says you owe me $20.
72. I paid him his fucking money. Okay, Gavo's Gus? For what? Gav doesn't owe me anything. Pong was made in 72. So yeah, that would be it.
72.
Did you ever play Pong?
Yeah, I've played Pong before.
That's my first video game.
Was it?
Yeah.
My first video game was Joust, and I don't like it. I still don't like Joust.
Fuck you,
I love
Joust.
Joust. Joust is
Fuck
great.
Joust. Joust hard.
Which one is Joust?
So where you're
You
the two
stupid
people on
bird.
ostriches, and you like have to get higher and hit the other person, and then if you take too long, like lava starts creeping up on the bottom of the screen.
I was not into it.
It was like the left and right on the joystick, and then you would have to hit a button to flap the wings.
Oh.
And you would go like left to right, and you would try to get a little higher than the other person and knock them off their ostrich.
They had it at the Pizza Inn in Portland when I was a kid, and I would go and play it.
What percentage through your Gems of War achievement?
3%. Yeah, it was.
Have you
The
plotted
amount
it
of
out?
work to go from 2% to 3%.
You
At
might
this
not
rate,
make
what
it.
time will you get it? Like, how long will it take you to get it?
I think it's going to take me 3 years, maybe more.
Does anyone else have that achievement yet?
I don't know. It says 0.01% have completed
that.
it. I think somebody has to, because I think in the process of getting certification, you have to prove that it's doable. So they probably had to show that somebody could or did do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a dev or somebody. I mean, it's not impossible to get the achievement, especially if, like, I quit playing between the last when I finished the game, and then when they decided to fuck me. There was probably about 60 days there that if I had been playing every single day, knowing ahead of time that achievement was coming, I could have made a lot of progress. So if somebody just happened to be playing that way, they probably could have. And somebody who plays a lot more than I do could probably do it. But I'm a solid hour and a half a day every day, and I would say I can get probably 1% a week right now if I wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough, man. It's not good.
It's a tough life.
It's not. Yeah, it's rough.
I had another.
I hope it glitches.
It's like my Angry Birds face is still glitched. I'm still mad about that.
I had another weird thing happen to me this weekend. It's also, when I was at Whole Foods, same day that I ran into my roommate. I was in the grocery store. My phone rang. It was a number I didn't recognize, so I didn't answer it. Let it go to voicemail. Then they left me a voicemail, and it was my credit card company. And they said, we know some unusual activity on your account. Can you call us back? So first of all, I'm like, yeah, right. It's probably like a fake number. They're phishing. But like in their message, they knew the last 4 digits of my phone number. So I call the number that I know is the fraud department for my credit card. And I call, and like they do all the verification with me and everything. And the person on the phone says, so we know some unusual activity on your account. Can you just check your charges, make sure everything's okay? So I load up my mobile banking app, look at it. Like, yeah, it's all of this is fine. There's nothing unusual here. And then he still on the phone went over with me like my last 5 transactions. Like, yeah, that was me. And he's like, okay, well, the reason we called you today is not that anything unusual, and not that any unusual charges are posted to your account, but someone has your credit card number and they called customer service and they tried to access your account via the phone, and they couldn't answer any of your security questions.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? And they said, do you know anybody with this phone number? And they read me a phone number. I was like, no.
Did you call that number?
No. They're like, well, someone from this phone number knows your credit card number. They called customer service and they're trying to access your account.
Holy shit.
They said, so we're canceling your credit card and we're sending you a new one.
Probably a good idea.
Cool. Good
I
cash.
was like, why would someone steal a credit card number and then call the customer service number on
Because they
the
probably
card?
assume that all you need is that number, and then they can
But what would they
access your-
get? Like,
Well, they might be able to reset or
Transfer the funds from your account to
maybe
theirs.
pull like a cash advance or something?
Yeah.
So
Like that.
let me ask you a question then, because you and Bernie and I were on a text thing about that this weekend, but I thought he initiated that conversation.
He did. It was
It just so
coincidental.
happened randomly.
It happened at that exact moment.
That's really weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It was just really, really bizarre. I don't understand why. I was like, why was their first instinct to call customer service?
I don't know.
So strange.
Maybe it wasn't their first. Maybe they just.
Or maybe
it was
they
like their
wanted-
last
There
ditch
were,
attempt.
there were no other charges.
Maybe they want to get sent a new card.
Maybe.
Since they had your number, but they don't have a physical card that they
Or
want.
maybe they were hoping to verify the fucking, I don't know, the expiration date or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
How do they get it? That's the crazy thing, right? Like, where do they get it?
Like, I feel like I'm not loosey-goosey with my credit card. Like, I'm not just throwing it around.
Loosey-gussy.
Loosey-goosey. It's really, really bizarre. And then same day, I almost got hit by a fucking car.
Well, on foot?
Yeah.
Is that the same almost get hit by car you were telling me
It's
earlier?
the same one, same
How
day.
close was it? Like, set that up for me.
I was, I had stopped by the Easy Tiger that's over here, like right by I-35. And
It's a good Easy Tiger.
it's good. So I was pulling in the
empty.
parking lot, and there was a woman who was leaving, and she was getting into her Prius, and there was an empty spot next to her Prius. So like she crossed in front of my car, then I passed her. She's getting into her car, and I park right next to her in the empty spot. So I park, getting out of my car, close the door, and I have to walk behind her car to get to Easy Tiger. I'm walking behind her car, and since it's a Prius, she starts backing up, but it's in electric mode, so I only hear like the tires crunching on the gravel. And I turn and I look, and she's like less than a foot away from me, like backing up, not slowing down. So I had to like jump out of the way, and I yelled at her. And then when I yelled, like then she hit the brake.
What did you yell?
I was like, "Hey!" And she stopped. I was like, and I know I used to have a Prius. I know she has a fucking backup camera.
Yeah.
And she could have turned around. It's like, how the fuck do you not see that there's someone right behind you?
Was she apologetic?
She was just really frazzled.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, sorry, whatever." I was like, "Whatever." So I just kept walking. I went in and bought my stuff.
What'd you get?
I bought a baguette. I was buying some bread.
You didn't get any coffee?
No, it was in the evening. I was gonna cook something for dinner. So I wanted some bread with it. Anyway, so I came really super close to getting hit. Like I had to stop for a second, and think about I almost got knocked to the ground by this car. Like, it was super fucking close. Earlier today, after we recorded the
D&D thing?
The D&D thing, I was like, oh, there's something I want to get before we do anything else. So I ran over to Dragon's Lair, which is a local
comic book shop and D&D store.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ran over to Dragon's Lair, and I picked up something that we need in order to tape some more. And as I'm leaving Dragon's Lair, that same fucking woman is next to me at a red light. Like, I pull up next to a white Prius, and I look over, and it's her. What are the odds in all of fucking Austin?
She's gonna think you're coming for her.
She was right there again next to me.
You?
No.
You guys are synced up.
Apparently.
You're destined to find
how
each
old
other.
is she? She hot?
She's older. She's probably, if I had to guess, mid to late 50s.
She's got a Prius, though.
She's got a Prius.
All right.
She's got a business. It's got like one of those magnetic
I think she might be your soulmate.
signs on it. No, I don't think so. I think she is inevitably going to kill me. I think I'm going to run into her a couple of times a week for the rest. Maybe I've been running into her for years, and I'm only now realizing it.
What are the chances?
And she's my Michael Schumacher rock.
Well, yeah.
Can you please move her out of the way for me so that she doesn't fucking kill me?
What are the chances that somebody has been almost killed multiple times by the same complete stranger and then eventually was killed by that stranger?
Right.
Just by happenstance
I'm
like that.
really worried.
I guarantee it's happened.
If a mid to late 50-year-old woman in a white Prius runs me over, it was her.
Or just if anybody runs Guff over, ask if they also have a white Prius.
What if you accidentally run her over?
Oh, God. I'm a safe driver.
You're the Rock.
I'm the Rock. That's the title. I am the Rock.
No, it's a terrible title.
Fine. You come up with one.
Do you do all the titles now?
I approve them.
She's probably the one that called about your credit card.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. We have a question for you guys. Leave us a comment. Let us know now that it's award season. What's your favorite movie you saw in 2019? Mine was Parasite.
Transformers.
Jojo Rabbit.
Knives Out.
Let us know what your favorite movie of 2019 was down in the comments.
Bye.